used to using their hands. I thank God that my dad was the guy that was a plumber. And he worked with wood, and he worked on our family car. And so I saw my dad rebuild cars in our driveway, and I was like, and it rubbed off on me. And so thank goodness I'm not only groovy, but brother can wrench a little bit.
I love it. Next time I'll call you instead of the mechanic.
There you go.
I wouldn't have an ordeal.
There you go. Hey, sometimes, and it's good for young ladies to know.
Yes.
You know, a little bit of something. And nowadays it's really crazy. There is this whole thing. If you talk to the average young person, and you say, hey, you know, and they'll just say, you know, don't you want to drive? No, I'll just Uber. You're like, Uber? I'm like, you don't, you know, when you turned 16, you wanted to get your driver's license, you wanted your first car. And these kids nowadays are like, no, we just Uber.
It's changed so much.
And I'm like, Uber, what about your personal freedom? What about your own wheels? And you can take out your friends or go hang out or go where you want to. What about that? Well, you can do that with Uber. I'm just like,
I know, it got lost. Everything, so many things got lost, you know, in life, and it's just so crazy when I talk to kids too, you know, and they talk about careers and things like that. I had a girl that was going to intern and be a personal assistant for me.
Sure.
She lasted a day and a half. And she literally was like, I don't know how you do all this. And I said, well, that's why you're here.
Right.
So, you know, and she went to school for marketing, and she was a really, really brilliant girl.
Yeah.
And she had so much talent ahead of her, and she was put in the right position, and I really wanted to put her in this position and really help her excel. And it was sad because she gave up before she got started.
Yeah.
And, you know, we see so much of that, you know, and she was 21 years old, and it was, you know, it's one decision away from a totally, completely different life.
Right. Well, people don't work. You know, I'm a worker. I'm the type of person that, honestly, I've worked jobs and I've worked in different positions, and I have to tell you, I work circles around people.
Yeah.
I work when other people are like, God, I'm exhausted. I'm not going to do that. I'm like, come on. You know, I mean, I'm that guy that when my buddies need to move, they call me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, if you're going to move, coordinate, dude. Do you have boxes? Do you have tape? Is this mess packed up? Is
You're
it
a
you got to manage this stuff. When I moved one time, and when people walked in, the whole place was boxed up.
Yeah.
The boxes had double tape. They were labeled. Nice. And when you walk in, you lay your hands and say, "Oh, kitchen." Set it in the kitchen. Don't open it. Just set the box in the kitchen. We're good. We were done in like an hour and a half.
Have you, I mean, I've never stepped into a place like that. And that's the one thing I appreciate that about people, because they ask you to move, and that's my first question. What is it? Take a picture of what your living room looks like, and your bedroom and your bathroom, and then send it to me, and then I'll make a decision.
When I had a friend of mine that was moving, and I was so mad. I got there, and he was putting crap in plastic bags, hefty bags. And I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, I'm just putting out, I'm like, you expect us to move? And the U-Haul was full of plastic bags, and everything was just this.
Wow.
And it just got stuff with. You can hear stuff breaking. You hear, and I'm like, is there glass in this plastic bag? Oh, yeah, man, it's glasses and cups. And I was like, how are you going to put in a black plastic bag, dude? And I was like, God almighty. I was like, ching-a-ling, ching-a-ling. Okay, come on, guys, ching-a-ling.
It's a plate with like a sweater and a pair of jeans.
Exactly. I'm like, whatever, dude.
You have to have the same type of work ethic and practice those principles in all your affairs.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I say this to a lot of people that I work with. And, you know, it's funny because I limped into the gym this morning. I'm pretty sure I broke my pinky toe yesterday. And you know, I got up for work this morning, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to put a shoe on my foot. Oh. So I thought, okay, well, you can't wear flip-flops in the gym, otherwise you get kicked out. Yep. And I kind of stand out, so I was like, okay, well, so I put this shoe on. It took me 13 minutes to put a shoe on. Oh. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to limp in there, because that's what you do. You suit up and you show up no matter what.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is just it's having those principles in life so that you're successful in all areas.
Well, you know, listen, you're in good shape. a day off ain't gonna kill you.
Yeah. Well, I was actually coaching other people, so
Oh, okay.
a day off for me is
Well, put your foot up and coach. You know,
exactly.
Like, hey, more weight on that guy over there, and
Can I get some ice over here?
There you go, exactly.
So you obviously are, very healthy and you look in
Yeah.
great physical condition. So
Thank
is
you.
exercise and nutrition a part of your life?
It is. I love
Okay.
to. I love to eat well. I'm a type of person that I really enjoy cooking. You
Yeah.
know, I enjoy fresh fruits and vegetables and things like that. And I'm a type of guy that I'm like, I'm thinking down the road. Yeah, I love. You know,
Jack in the Box?
yeah, well, I love Jay. Hey, when I'm on the run, if I gotta get a burger, gotta get a burger. But if I have a burger one day, I will not have red meat the next day.
Yeah.
You know, I'll have a salad. I've actually steamed, a plate of spinach and filled up on spinach and go, I'm done.
Nice.
Spinach, mushrooms, I'm good.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And how do you think that played a huge role in your life, being healthy with the fitness and the nutrition to be successful in your career?
You gotta always think future tense, and I've been very fortunate to say, you gotta eat well, and there are certain things that, like I said, I hate to say this, but it's the truth, and it's a bitter truth, but I'm gonna just say it. I look at other people, and if it don't work for them, I'm not going down that road. That's the reason why I've never been no fan of drugs, because I look at drugs, I'm like, doggone it, it don't work. It didn't work. Look at all these people it didn't work for.
Yeah.
And you have to go, and at some point, I understand addiction. I do understand that once it has gripped you, that's a major problem. Don't start it. Don't start nothing that you cannot put down.
Yeah.
And that's, I think that's the, and I'm a huge advocate for prevention
Yes.
and intervention. I think that, before it even gets started, think about it. Think about it. Consider all the pieces, and you start thinking about. You look at a pack of cigarettes and it says this thing's gonna cause cancer
And kill you.
and kill you.
Yes.
Graveyard dead, and they're making billions of dollars off
Yeah.
of people's misery.
Absolutely.
And I've been there. I've seen relatives die. I had an uncle who died. He died in the hospital. When they went to take him out, he had a pack of cigarettes under his pillow, and I said, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
To take it down to the wire like that, it really pains me and it makes me sad, because when I see people smoking and abusing themselves, you start thinking about. I'm like, man, it's God. You're gonna need that health. We all degenerate over time, and you're gonna need that health further down the road when life.
Yeah.
You're gonna need that extra oomph in your step.
Yeah, and it's so true. Once you get into that addiction, and then the rhythm of it takes over, and now you have no control. How did you adopt that philosophy of forward thinking?
I always was one that, when I was in high school, for an example, it was a funny thing. I was in high school, and I was the same dude that I am right now in high school. I was crazy, funny. I'd talk about your mama. I whatever. I was that guy. And I'm having a blast with everybody. But they were like, they wanted more. And they were like, Rodney, man, we would love for you to smoke pot with us. I was like, what? You're hilarious. I was like, yeah. And I'm like, I was like, I don't need no pot to talk about your mama. And everybody would start laughing. But it turned out, I started to notice that I could see how it could pull people in. And I remember being in high school, and I was at a party one night, a little get together, and this guy said, hey man, we're gonna go around back. I'm like, okay, what are you crazy boys doing? So go around back, now they're back there smoking pot. And they're like, they want me to smoke pot. And again, I'm not anti-marijuana. I think the new cannabis industry for medical purposes that are helping people, because me personally, I think these pharmaceutical industries are terrible. They're doing a terrible number. You hear these people, they say they're taking medicine for some type of condition, and it's ruining their organs and things. And I'm like, big problem, but if they can offset it with some type of natural remedy, I'm all for that.
I'm totally with you on that.
Yeah, but back to the story, I was in high school, and I was at a party, and these guys were like, they wanted me to smoke, and I finally said, Rodney, you know, not to say anybody's dumb, but I was like, Rodney, you're the smartest dude in the pack around here. And I said, okay. So these guys are pushing. Like, come on, man, you need to smoke. And I said, man, you guys aren't high. What are you talking about? I said, man, you guys are high. I said, you know what? I said, when I go to get high, I said, I'm going to shoot up heroin. And they were like, no, man, that's too high. I said, no, man. I said, I want to get that high. No, Rippy, you don't want to get that high. Just smoke a little weed. I said, I don't want to smoke a little weed. I said, remember the videos that we watched at school? Remember that dude on the building? He was flying. I said, that's how high I want to be. And they were like, no, you don't want to be that high. I'm like, yes, I want to be that. And finally this guy stepped up and goes, hey, leave Rippy alone. Did you not hear what he just said? Because they started listening. And they were like, leave Rippy alone. Hey, Rippy, you don't have to smoke. You don't have to smoke. They were like, Rippy's crazy enough to go out and get on drugs and it'll be our fault. Hey, Rippy, never mind. Anyway, nice. So I was like okay. So you got to use reverse psychology. Yes. You got to use everything. And with kids and youth and people and adults, you've got to use your mind to avoid the snares that life will throw on you. Life is full of temptation. That's right. Opportunities. There's all kind of stuff. Yeah. And matter of fact, another thing that's forthcoming is my autobiography. Ooh. So I'm really wanting to work on my autobiography.
What's the date for it? I'm asking people dates because I'm giving myself a date now too.
Nice.
I've been talking about this for how many years? I mean, way too many years. So I decided that it was 2 years ago, so I'm going to tell you my date and tell everybody too, because this is something that I just actually came up with the last 2 days. So because I competed 2 years ago and I'm now moved into martial arts and doing stunts and action acting,
nice.
I'm going to write my book and have it done by December 12th, because that was my competition date of 2018. So I have to do it.
Okay.
And I'm going to say it's going to be done before then, but I'm not going to tell you the name of the book, but it's my autobiography as well, and it's going to be good. It's going to be interesting. I've been writing a lot lately.
Good.
And I feel, I've actually been really motivated by a lot of different people and people that I just met. There's a woman named Amberly, and we went to her book signing, Lago, and an amazing woman. She went through a really big tragedy and in a car accident, motorcycle accident, actually. And then another gentleman, Thomas, and they both wrote books, and Thomas wrote 2 books. So they have motivated me to write my book, so thank you guys. So
awesome.
You got to pick a date.
Well, I have my birthday, which is July 29th.
Okay. Are you a Leo?
I'm a Leo. Heck yeah. Leo in the house. Leo. That's right. You're a Leo.
Yeah, of course I am. Kitty. That's why.
Big kitty in the house.
Yeah.
Big kitty in the house. So the deal is I had wanted to launch it for my birthday, but some things have kind of slowed me up. But I think sometime 2019 I'm gonna drop a big one. It's gonna be incredible. This book is going to be everything I want it to be.
I love it. Well, I'm going to challenge you because I know that you're forward thinking and I love putting intention into things. So let's pick a date for you, because 2019 is 2019. That's 12 months. You got to pick a date. He's going to think about this for a minute. Rodney's going to think about it for a minute. And I want to announce too, May 20th, there's a I Fight for My Life workshop, and we're doing it for self-defense. And it's actually, you can sign up through Pierce College, and we're having it at the House of Champions with Spice Williams Crosby and Jennifer Silverstein, my senseis, and I love them. We also, they're going to be giving away the kitty keychains. It's a self-defense keychain. Yes, feel that. I mean,
I was looking at that.
You do not want to mess with any woman that has a kitty keychain. So phenomenal event that these women are putting on, and I'm going to be part of it as well. Working with a lot of the women in there, and I'm big on promoting self-defense and being able to protect yourself, not only for women but also for men as well. So this is something that I've been working on. And then my second book, that'll be a cookbook. My third book will be about self-defense and self-confidence and for women. So it'll be like kind of a dummies for self-defense for women, newbies. So, because I just absolutely love it. And it's given me that new sense of freedom and just taking your power back, especially after some trauma and, certain circumstances that a lot of us women may go through.
Right.
So, I don't know. I hope that gave you enough time to think about your book date.
Hey, it has, and I'm a big fan of my birthday in July. I like July.
Okay.
July's a
So
good
is it
time.
going to be July 29th?
You know what? I like to give myself a birthday gift, and I might push it up. But yeah, I like to say, target date, July 29th.
Nice. Do you have a title for your book?
I do, but I
you
want.
can't tell us because then you'd have to kill us.
Yeah, I
I
can't tell you just yet,
Get it?
but I've got it. I've got it.
Nice. Well, after you read the book in 2019, we're going to have you back on the show. Maybe we'll have you on my birthday, which is August 5th. So, yeah, a couple days later.
Do a party.
Yes. Yeah, we usually do a party. Dan says he's not getting me a cake this year. I don't know why, but no cake this year.
Hit Dan with the cake.
No cake this year.
I'm getting you
So,
shoes.
what other project will you be working on so that we can follow up with you?
You know, actually, I have a dear. Her name is Tatiana Davido,
Yep.
and she's my publicist, and so
Yeah.
she's working. And there is a consensus of people that are working to get me a star on the Walk of Fame.
Oh, that's right. I read that. So how do we sign up? Because I know that they were, was it voting
It's like
in?
it's
or-
like a nomination type of thing. I don't know.
Woo, you
I
guys-
can't be involved
yes.
with it at all. So it's like I'm
Okay.
like, okay, if you guys
Tell
want
us
to
how
do
we
it.
can. Because we want to, we need to get you on the Walk of Fame.
And again, this
Absolutely.
is one thing I was telling some friends of mine, some people I was talking to the other night. I said, this is really not about me. It's not about the star itself, about me. It's about everybody in the camp, all the people who have been a part of my life, that have built me up. I want them to be with me in the spotlight that day. So when people say, hey, and those are brands like Mattel Toy. That's like the Chevrolet Corporation.
Yeah.
I can go down a list of people, Granola Bar. I can go down. All of these are different commercials and different people that I've worked with, and this is for them. It's for the little people. It's for that person that dares to dream. That's what it's all about. Because, and again, like I said, I don't see myself as this big iconic person. It's just been work for me. It's been a job.
You're the true definition of humility. I love that. I love it because I see, how you care for the people that have been behind you, and I feel your mom's present. I know she's with you at all times, and I want to see that. I want to see the doll that you had. I know it said about 6 or 7 things. The wind-up doesn't work anymore.
Exactly.
But I saw that. So that's amazing. When did they come up with that doll?
That was back in 74.
Oh my goodness.
74, 75. That was Mattel Toy. I want to do a re-release of the doll. I want to re-release my album. Matter of fact, I'm the youngest person to ever chart on Billboard.
What was the name of the album?
Take Life a Little Easier.
Okay.
And that is honestly my motto for my life. Take life a little easier. And I think about take life a little easier on me, on other people, on the situation.
Yeah.
Take life a little easier.
Yeah.
Bring the stress level down. I'm one of the first people to say, I'm sorry. Okay, I screwed up. If I screwed up, I want to be the first one to say, and a lot of times you see things that happen with people, and they let things just foster and grow and grow, and they won't say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just got to just let it ride, and I believe that's the best way to do it.
Pick your battles, and that's why you're so calm and you're humble and you have humility. It's been such a pleasure having you here today.
It's been an honor.
My fellow Leo here today, Rodney Allen. Where do we find you on social media?
You can find me. I'm at Rodney Allen Rippy Official on Facebook.
Yep.
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'm all over the place. Say hi. Say hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to vote him in for a star on the Walk of Fame because he definitely deserves it. I look forward to seeing that new doll, the new version, the album, the book, the next book, and so much more to come. It's been such a pleasure again. We're sending you home with a little bit of SWAT fuel, so it'll give you a little energy, and Quest Nutrition.
Cookies.
And so it's always yummy stuff. So you got this and that. So you get to take that with you.
Nice.
Thank you so much for being here. We're here
Thank
every
you.
Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Hollywood Vibe Sports and Life Show. And make sure you sign up for the self-defense class. You can also find details on my Facebook. So thanks again, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, Rodney.
Thanks.
I love it. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching today.
See ya. Very cool.
Awesome.